Well, great after morning. Again, this is Dr. Johnny L. Mack. I'm Dr. Johnny Magnificent. I'm magnificent because I choose to be, and so can you. You can choose to be whatever you choose to be. The choice is yours. But the key is that you have to use the voice that is your choice so that you can make a choice and be able to move forward. Hey, today, I'm not going to be before you very long, but I promise to be as strong as necessary. So the topic today is let go and grab hold. And that seems like almost like an oxymoron. Like, hold up, that's two different diametrically opposing attributes. Let go and grab hold. Why would you do that? Just hold on. But see, that's the problem. Too many times in life, we opt to just hold on, to not give it our all, to not be able to go toward a finish or have a target in mind. Just go through the motions. Sometimes in relationships, sometimes in at our job or in our associations with our family. All these things we've given up on. We no longer have the passion for it. It's no longer part of our purpose. But we just hold on, and we're holding on, kind of like the story of how they used to capture monkeys in on the continent of Africa. They would have this little bamboo cage, and they would put a banana inside of the cage. Well, the the monkey would be able to slide his hand or his hand in and grab the banana or the apple or whatever the treat was. But when he did it, he had to grab hold to it, and he's holding on. And so the opening was big enough for a hand to slide in, but a fist would be caught. And so the monkey has this banana in his hand, and he said, "Wow." It's triggered the dopamine in his mind. He's like, I'm getting ready to eat. It's going to be on and popping. And guess what? He can't, when he pulls his hand out, the fist is forms a space that's too wide and too big to fit through the opening. You have to open your hand and slide it out. But because it's in a fist, holding on to the treat, holding on to the dream, holding on to what it thinks is going to give him the ultimate of joy and pleasure and sustenance, is really the thing that's causing him to be stuck and not being able to progress toward exactly where he needs to be. So the theme is let go and grab hold. When you let go of what you have, you let go of what's not enough. When you let go of what's not the dream, what's not the vision, what's not the expectation. You see, we all have expectations within us. There's a whole biblical study on God gives us the desires of our heart. So he puts those desires within us, and then he gives us the wherewithal and the ability to be able to get the things that we're desiring. Awesome study, but we're not going to go into that today. We're talking about just some basic tenets of abundant increase. So we're going to tackle this whole AI from a different perspective because AI is abundant increase. So we can have this abundant increase, but what's stopping us is we're holding on to past problems, past points, past pain points from our childhood, even from our teenage and adulthood, from just these traumatic or unpopular or undesirable events that took place that take place daily in our lives, and we just kind of anchor them in our spirits, and we just all these hurts, the disappointment of childhood, the disappointment of relationships, trying to get and losing, and just losing loved ones, and not being able to have the finances to be able to provide, and just all these things are in our spirit, and they're keeping us grounded, and we're holding on to them because we want to be able to say we won. So we hold on to it instead of letting it go so that we can elevate to our next level, so that we can grab hold to the abundant increase that's evident and is already waiting for us. It's saying, hey, let go of that. Let go of the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the frustration, the anxiety of the past. Yeah, it happened. It happened to you, and guess what? Something happened undesirable to everyone. That's a part of living. Sometimes it seems like what you're going through is way more difficult than what others are going through. Because after all, you're not as good as the others, and their suffering is something that you can stand. They used to give me the rich people problem. Yeah, until you have them, until those problems are just consuming you, and you're thinking, Dad, gummit, I want relief. Well, the key is to let go of the emotional hold that feeling had on you. You see, when you grabbed hold to the banana, when you were holding on to it and you're trying to get free, instead of getting free, actually, there's no liberation because now you have limitation. Now you're in a position where you can't break, and then they just come and scoop you up and take you away because you would not let go of what was holding you, preventing you from being able to grab hold of the abundant increase that's available for you. But in order to get to that point where we can see the abundant increase, when we let go and we have to grab hold to the authentic ideal. Or what's our authentic ideal self? This is a real this is the real self, but it's the real self imagined at the highest level. You know, in order for results to occur, we have to have a destination in mind. We have to have a desired endpoint in mind. So that expectation of something greater, that expectation of something more than the moment is what drives us, what wakes us up and motivates us and pushes us forward. I always talk about the book Aim for 15, and we're getting ready to re-release it as Aim to Thrive in 2025. But Aim is the framework. See, AIM says that you need an aspiration, something to aspire to. You need a target. You need an expectation. You need a dream. You need a goal, a target, something to reach for. But once you have that aspiration and it's clear and there's no doubt about it. There's no hold back. You're saying, this is what I desire. This is what I aspire to acquire. And so now that becomes your focus. When you focus on what you desire as opposed to what you don't want to happen, you don't want this and you don't want that. But when you focus on what you don't want, you bring more of that into focus. And so that becomes more manifestation of that what you don't want. Instead, now this isn't pseudoscience, this isn't mumbo jumbo, this is just psychological knowledge. That what you focus on expands, and what you diminish your focus on, it begins to diminish as well. So our focus is that we have an ideal that we're searching for. We have an authentic, a real, and we have an ideal. So the key is to focus on the ideal, to know what the ideal is in your spirit, and to focus on that. So aspiration is where we get that expectation of the ideal, the authentic ideal, the real ideal. Then the I means inspiration. That aspiration has to have a component that inspires you. There's something about your aspiration that you say, Dad, gummit, there's something on the inside of me that's pushing, that's burning. There's a fuel, there's a fire, there's a desire on the inside, there's a passion. There's something on the inside that says, I'm inspired, I'm moved, I got to do this. Not only I got to do it, but I get to do it. So I'm gonna do it with excellence. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And so now you grab hold of that ideal, that authentic ideal. And then the M stands for motivation. What motivates you? What's on the outside that's motivating you? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it respect? Is it family? All these outside things that move us, that motivate us to want to do what we aspire to do and what we're inspired to do. But then we get motivated. So now we're able to move further. That's the whole crux of let go and grab hold. You're going to let go of the past mindset thinking that had you stuck on a position in the past that was unpleasant. And instead you want to grab hold to the abundant increase that's available when you reach your authentic ideal. You probably want to go back and revisit this again, because I dropped some big old boulders in your spirit. But the deal is this: everybody has a book in them that somebody wants and needs to read. Anybody, and I mean anybody, can write a book with today's technology. This is some of the hundreds that I've helped to do that same thing. But now we're going toward what we call a brand building book, a book that not only allows you to be able to have the visibility, but we convert it into a course, and then we make an outstanding offer so that we can create the space for you to be able to dominate. Hey, this is Dr. John L. Mack, and I will be back. This is the author call, not the altar call, but the author call. Hey guys, thank you and be blessed.